Work unblocked Twitch for a bit.
Hey everybody! Oh dear, I've got a cough now. Oh, sorry. Hello everybody. How are we doing? We need to get us. Aha. Hello, Captain Mannerings, Tomb King Tristan. Thank you very much for the resub. What a legend. Hey, Purples as well, and a Spike. We got a Spike. How's everybody doing? I don't know. I've just been exploring. Yeah, we're going to do Captain Mannerings, you has pizza. Spikey has pizza. Tomb King Tristan, that is not the message to send straight after Spike says, I has pizza. Whoops. Yeah, be right back grabbing a coffee. No worries. Yeah, I've just been munching. I made some lunch. And I thought, so I made the lunch and then came up and hit live, and I was eating the lunch while the starting soon was up, and it took me a long time to eat my lunch. Just had a pretty good pork joint sandwich. Nice. Well, I am here today to cheer everybody up, get everybody through shit, be an awesome community, be around, be next to your mates, and be fantastic. That's the plan. I'm not quite as eloquent as Rob, Tomb King Tristan, but that is definitely the plan. Yeah. How's shit? Let's get this on so that you can see some stuff. No! Oh no, Tristan, I'm so sorry. There we go. Look what I got, though. Look what I got, Tristan. So, do you watch on your phone? Look what we got. We got little doggos. We got little doggos for everybody to get excited about. We have a working piano and found out it's like 130, 140-year-old. Nice. Stupid work. Tell them it's much more interactive and intuitive. I mean, you can. What can you watch on YouTube? Look at little doggos. So I've got I've printed everybody's little doggos off. Well, I've printed 4. I might paint 1, therefore I'll have to print like another one off. But I think that's everybody's little doggos. And then we've also got a little bomb pug. Hey Pershaw, how you doing, dude? I am carrying on Rob's mission statement of keeping everybody okay today. So we're on a mission. But yeah, we got a little pug with a bomb strapped to his back, and a little chicken leg hanging off the front to make him run forwards. So yeah, we have some doggos. We also have. I tried to do a little bit more of an inventive base. Having a real one. How are you? Yeah, that like the not being able to process. There we go. Yeah, so I've tried to do a bit more of a base for this one. So this is a communicant tank hunter. There we go. So that's what we're painting today. Unfortunately, the file that I got for it was slightly over supported, so we got loads of pitting down the back, which I've had to kind of sand off. So when I get the lychee file for this one, I'll have to just tweak some of the supports. So if you do like 3D printing, you could quite easily put a 0.3mm support at the bottom of these, like one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, and it will support all of that. However, when you snap it off, it creates little pits. So what you do instead, rather than putting one 0.3mm one, you put three 0.18mm ones, and then you get more structural strength and support, and less pitting as well. This is a gun and a half. This is an anti-material rifle. Hopefully getting a 3D printer for Christmas. Oh, Pershaw. Yeah, it's a lot of, well, I was going to say it's a lot of fun. It's not. It's a frustrating little journey. But once you have a lot of, once you have like the experience and the knowledge, and like, I mean, obviously you've got Rob as well that you can kind of ask. It is really, really rewarding and really cool. So we're going to paint the Communicant Tank Hunter because it's awesome. It's called a Chris. Yo, Henster, how you doing? You have a 3D printer. Hendy's got a 3D printer. Oh, it's called a Chris. Oh, right, yes. I thought you said you'd bought one. I thought you meant you'd bought one. Yes, I've also printed you a little doggo. Look, Hendy. I've printed you a little doggo for your Trench Crusade backing stuff. You get a little doggo. Porsche will have millions of tiny peoples. We've also done. I also did the right scale of helmets. I'll probably get one next year. Nice. So we've got the right scale of helmets there. Yeah, I'm printing out everybody's warbands for Trench Crusade. So we're doing a collective thingy. Yeah, I just got this one. I got this one last night, which is really cool. So we're going to paint this one today, and then I printed out these ones. So this is the free one that goes along with the little Alsatian doggy, which is quite cool. He's quite cool. He's got a lot of detail on him. You'll be getting my new Antioch files to print. Woohoo! Are you getting the bundle as well? Yeah, it's super cool. Super cool. Yep, nice. Yeah, so I'm gonna do you know the trench ghosts. See if I can find them. Right, we are going to turn this off. We're going to save the battery power because we do have a lot of this. We do have a lot of this to kind of chit chatter about. Where is it? Which one is it? Hang on. Let me find which one it is. I sent it to somebody and it's got the name on it. I sent it to Kieran. Alstein. Where's Alstein? Where's Alstein? There's Alstein. Here we go. That's part 1. Is there an Alstein part 2? Is there an Alstein part 2? No. Okay. Alstein part 1. Check these out. Check these out, Henster. Discord post updated for Hendy. Oh, Perpy Spark is absolutely on it. You like the demonic faction best? Can't remember the name. The name of the demonic faction, Mr. Pershaw, is the Court of the Seven-Headed Serpent. Or, alternatively, the Black Grail? The Black Grail. The Black Grail are the Nurgly ones. And the Court of the Seventh-Headed thingamajiggies are just grim. Where are they? Is it those? No, it's not those, but that was the lieutenant that the lieutenant lieutenant that I was going to do. Where are they? Are they in? Are they in there? Here we go. Here we go, Hendy. Are you ready, Hendy? You ready, Hendy? So the oh, it's the heretic one, isn't it? It's not New Antioch, but the heretic legions has a warband variant called the Trench Ghosts. Boom. That is Trench Ghost-tastic. So yeah, I'm gonna grab those for sure, and then construct a Trench Ghost, a very Trench Ghost faction, and try and make them all glowy as well. Nice little quick OSL, but they'll paint so fast. They'll paint really, really quickly. And then also you can have like there's the heretic priest or whatever it is, the leader. Yeah, super cool, super cool. They are currently at 1.4 million pounds, and also 35,732. Not forgetting the 35,732, 736. Not forgetting that, because it's easy to forget the small numbers when you're looking at 1.4 million pounds. In dollars, it's 1.8, I think. 1.8 million dollars. 1.8 million dollars. It's just, I mean, that's going to hit $2 million. It might hit, I don't think it will, but it might hit £2 million. It's definitely going to hit $2 million. I mean, it's got 6 days to go. And it's got, which I know is still crazy. It's got under 150,000 to go, which is only like 100 backers, I think. No, 1,000 backers. Yeah, there will be a load of people who are like, well, I'll back it at the end, and there'll also be loads of people who are like upping their pledge towards the end as well. So it'll crush $2 million. Whether it gets close to £2 million, I don't know. How does it stack up against other gaming Kickstarters? I have no idea. I have never backed a gaming Kickstarter, so I don't know. For TT Wargaming, it's big. Nice one, Henster. I'm often leery of overperforming Kickstarters. Those are usually the ones that I have the most trouble getting the rewards for. Yeah, that's understandable. I don't think these are going to be particularly troublesome. They haven't gone... One of the things that's really, really good about them, in my opinion, is that they haven't gone OTT on the stretch goals. So there's nothing in the stretch goals that really puts any pressure on them. Like the accessory sprues are in there, they got unlocked. And then there's the script guardian. Where's the script guardian? There's a scripture guardian as well. But everything else is like artwork or stories and things. Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. I really want to pick these up as well. KDM is a bit different as it's not a single Kickstarter. Big board games like Gloomhaven. Sounds big. How much do things like Kingdom Death make? That's got no overzealous stretch goals. Yeah. So it's a bit good. It's a bit good. So Henster's got. So I think we've covered all the warbands. There's a couple of bundles I think we are short. I think it's a Heretic Legion bundle, which has got the awesome war thing in it. Anyway, TTRPGs have got way bigger. Yeah, the Critical Role one went mental, didn't it? I think. Yeah. So Pershaw, is this the one? Is this the one that you like, Pershaw, or is it the Black Grail one, which is all. The Black Grail one is the one with the tumor. There we go. Lord of Tumors. I thought Dropfleet Commander did well, but it was only 600,000. I know. The Serpent Court, yeah, the Serpent Court was amazing. No! How you doing, Toby Tobes? But for strictly wargaming, this is huge. I think it's I think it. I kind of want to say it's going to have an impact, but I don't know whether it will have an impact, because I don't think they can do. I don't think it would happen again. I don't think somebody else is going to come along and do another one that just casually makes $2 million or anything. But I think the setting for this one is just either accidentally or cleverly genius. I think it's great. Well done for the team. Yeah, totally. I'm dead. I worked with some of them when I was at Games Workshop, and super. I've got no right to be, but I'm super proud of them. I think it's amazing, which is another reason why I've been doing it all week, because I think it's just so cool. Might depend on if it generates a scene with events and such. There's only so many war games one can play. There is only so many war games one can play. But there are many war games one can collect. And I'm sort of accepting that I like collecting them and painting, like, and collecting an army and having like an idea for the army and having an idea for war bands and things like that, like the Trench Ghost thing. Collecting might be the name of the game here. I mean, I can imagine myself having 8 war bands of these and then be like, okay, which one will I play when I play Kieran, for instance? Or when I play Stu, One Stop Wargaming. So we've got One Stop Wargaming and we've got Zeo, who are quite close to me, which I will play. Oh, sorry, excuse me. The number of war games you play is the number you currently play plus 1. That's cool. So if you're playing 40k, you'll find yourself playing 40k in more time, for instance, and stuff like that. I think that's about right. Mine tends to be Lord of the Rings plus 1. Because I have lots of friends who play Lord of the Rings and we play it quite regularly. Blood Bowl and the Old World, yeah. I would really like to play some Old World. I've resigned, is that the right word? Resigned to the fact that I'm not going to be playing tournaments properly, like proper competing for trophies tournaments. Outside of like narrative ones. But yeah, this is so cool. You can with TK though, they are strong. I play Necromunda. So the Tomb Kings. I'm talking about like repetition, like playing Old World to a level that I can compete at tournaments. I haven't got the I don't get the games in. Meeting for the purples. I play Necromunda, but I intend to add Kill Team, a bit of 40k, AOS Spearhead, Moonstone, and Trench Crusade. Yes. Ren, I have two armies, but have yet to roll dice. Is Ren in here? Hey Ren, how you doing? No Baron War, for shame. No Baron War. So, yeah. One of my favourite models in here is one of the simplest. It's this little observer. He's so cool. He's so cool. I want to do like a Far East, like samurai based warband with him in it. I think it's awesome. Currently shifting between AOS 40k and Legions Imperialis. I have some AOS now. I've played AOS more recently than I played 40k. I played Lord of the Rings a lot. Have I played Old World more recently than 40k? No. So the last games I've played were Lord of the Rings in like chronological order. Lord of the Rings, Age of Sigmar, 40k, Old World, Underworlds, Necromunda. Can play AOS at Rob's. I do. Pershaw, are you in Derby Notts area? But yes, I do need to come and play down at Rob's. I do need to play an AOS down at Rob's. I've got. I don't know whether you've not seen my AOS stuff, have you? So I've been doing. Just quickly pop this out. I've got 2,500 points of vampire counts, which was a whole other story. But I've also been doing the elves. Oh, you're in Hearts, nice. So I've also been doing elves. So that's my colour scheme for the Sylvaneth. That's my colour scheme for the Idoneth. So Sylvaneth, Idoneth, and then that's my colour scheme for the Lumineth. So I have all the elves. I'm just waiting for Rob to do the faction focuses. I'm just waiting for Rob to do the faction focuses for them, so I can have a little bit of understanding about whether this unit is good or not, etc. Yeah, so that's the three colour schemes which I've kind of worked out. We've also worked out a few conversions as well, because I don't like trees, which is interesting. Which Twitch chat absolutely love me for. Oh, I like Sylvaneth. Don't like trees though. Especially like the Sylvaneth. Thank you very much. Look, Ace. Cheers, Captain Mannerings. Captain. Oh, we need to put some music on. Captain Mannerings. Got a new jacket and it's very warm. It's lovely. Anyway, I'll get some music on. So yeah, we're gonna paint crazy communicant tank hunter lady who has. I was looking for her rules. Let me whack the camera off again. Hey Shirato, how are you doing? I need you to set me up with a job, a home, possibly a girlfriend, because I need to escape from my country. Shirato.
人類に栄光あれ。人類に栄光あれ。人類栄光あれ。
Yeah, not pretty. We are on a community together stream. We're here for everybody, apart from those knobheads, obviously. Right. So where is she? Here he is. The communicant tank hunter. Let's get her weapons up as well. So her weapons are. How are you doing, Shirato? Anti. Oh, does it need the hyphen? Anti-material. There we go. There we go. Okay, so the communicant tank hunter, which is this crazy thing, which has been that I think that it's had a they or it or whatever has had a metachrist put into it. Communicants are partakers of the experimental chemical communion, the blood and flesh harvested from a metachrist by the Mendelist monks and applied to the genome of the volunteers. What the hell? The most holy and pious of the church are chosen to partake of the experimental communion, going through many biological changes to become larger, more durable, greatly enhancing their effectiveness on the battlefield. Their divinely enhanced strength allows them to carry and shoot massive anti-material guns as easily as a normal soldier would wield a simple rifle. The process is uncertain, however, with the possibility of unpredicted side effects. Some lose their ability to speak, or their higher brain functions become distracted by the heavenly choir that only they can hear, requiring exact commands from their handlers. It's just insane. So that's these guys, and they're huge. Hey Target, how you doing? I started with gene seed from Jesus. Hey Zeus, give me a gene seed. These are the good guys. Oh, these are totally the good guys. These are the good guys. They have the Metachrist. They are talking about Metachrist. But they're strong, so they can ignore heavy, which is good. They're also tough, which means they don't get taken out of action quite as quickly, and they can also remove a blood marker at the start of every turn, which is great. However, the gun that they have, is insane. The gun that they have is an anti-material rifle. 1899 Church Space Program commences. Hey Murdoch, how you doing? Zio! On my way with some gene seed. Zio, we were just talking about when we're going to play some of this, and I was saying I'm going to play Zio because Zio's awesome. So the anti-material rifle is an enormous long rifle designed to take out heavily armoured targets, vehicles and strong points. With the powerful armour available of the armies of the Great War, these terrifying weapons are in much demand. A downside is their enormous weight and terrifying recoil, and thus they are most often used by communicants or anointed who possess the supernatural strength to wield such weapons. So the anti-material rifle is two-handed. It's got 36-inch range, which is not quite as much as the insane bow made from the bones of repentance that the assassins can wield. That's got a 40-inch range, which is insane. It's a +1 dice to injuries, so you're rolling 3 dice to injure, and picking the 2 highest, which is right. You also get heavy and critical. Critical, I can't remember what it does, but if you do roll a 12 to hit, or a 12 to do the action, then cool shit happens. It ignores armour. I still haven't written my list. Might whip one up quickly tonight. Yes, Zio. Yes, Zio. I was also showing chat these, which I sent you last night. So I'm just gonna do a Trench Ghosts warband with, like, because you can have that guy as the leader, or one of these guys as the leader, because there's lots of them. Look, there's loads of them, so you just have one of them as the leader, as like the lieutenant. Or it's just anyway. So good. Just very quickly, what can that Trench Ghosts? Where's the Trench Ghost? The Trench Ghosts. I can't remember what the Trench Ghost warband can take. This stream, as soon as I get... So, if you haven't been in one of my streams before, if I get excited about something, my mind goes mental and all over the place. It's been going mental and all over the place for the last week over all of this. So, Trench Ghosts, they all cause fear. -1 dice when you're rolling for injuries, which is great. So, you roll 3 dice and you pick the 2 lowest, which is cool. So, they're hard to take out. Select 1 item with limited inherited legions. Can't suffer blood markers from gas. The heretic priest has the keyword strong, so you get a strong heretic priest, which is cool. Where's the... Ah, there it is. Is that no? No, that's the raiding party. Where's the... what they can take? Can they take everything? I thought the heretic priest had a limit. Oh, there it is. And since only mortals who have souls become ghosts, this warband may not have any warwolves or artillery witches, since they are artificial beings. In addition, no model in the warhand may have a hellbound soul contract or an infernal brand mark. Any model that has these pieces of equipment in their base profile does not have it. So you can't have the artillery witch, and you can't have the really cool, which is a little bit sad. You can't have a really cool warwolf, because that's amazing. But what you can have is some wretches, which is really cool. You can have some anointed, which would be great. You can have the heretic trooper. You can definitely have the chorister, which is the I don't know who wrote the lore for this dude, but they need some. Oh, you can have some death commandos. Perfect. So I can have a heretic priest and a death commando. So I need a cool death commando that's in here. I mean, that one looks a little bit like a death commando. That one. Cut his hands off and give him two of them. Oosh. See if there's anything. See if there's anything else very quickly for a death commando. Is there anything we can use for a death commando? Can't see anything in there particularly. Third stream on Trench Crusade. Oh, it's way beyond the third stream, Murdoch. Way beyond the third stream. I'm just mentally planning a warband now. So yeah, we need to find a death commando, which could, to be honest, it could just be. It could just be that model, because it is cool. Can you give me a quick summary on how to play? Is it like 40k bolt action? It's not like 40k. I've not played bolt action. Or the Spooky Ghostlands, yes. So how you play? It's a skirmish game. It's based around rolling 2 dice and needing a 7 or more to be able to do an action. Now you can do a number of actions, so every model in your warband, it's I go, you go as well, which is really good. Yeah, Pershaw alternating activations. It's I go, you go, and when you pick one of your models to do something, there are actions that you can do automatically, which are like movement, so you don't have to do. That's not like a risky action. They're called risky actions. So moving, you can just do normally, so you move, but you can do all the actions. You can do every single one. So you can move, you can shoot. You can only charge if you have an assault weapon. So if you've shot. So there's a few little kind of caveats, but you can do every single action. Now, where it gets interesting is when you start doing things like, if you want to shoot. You can see here ranged. It says +1 dice. So that's how you modify your 7+ when you're rolling. So you always need to roll 2 dice, and you need a 7+ to be able to do anything. If it says +1 dice, you roll an extra dice and you take the 2 highest results. So it makes it easier to be able to do that. If you have -1 dice, so stealth generator, ranged attacks against the death commando suffer -1 dice. So if you're shooting at this guy, you then roll 3 dice and you take the lowest two scores, so it makes it harder for you to do it. And then you also get like +2 dice, you get +3 dice, and they can stack, so you can end up rolling like 18 dice and you pick the 2 highest. So it's based around that. That's the premise of the game. That's how everything kind of comes together. Once you've decided, or once you've successfully hit something, you then roll on an injury table. You can give them blood markers, which is basically like a wound marker, and then your opponent can spend those wound markers to injure them a little bit more easily and things like that. Like advantage, disadvantage, and yes, it is. It's like advantage, disadvantage in D&D. So it's very, very cool. I think it's very cool anyway. I keep meaning to get some models out and just kind of push them around and roll some dice and see how killy it is. I don't think it's very killy, but I'm not sure. But it's very, very cool. It is very, very cool. The setting, I can't decide whether it's a very clever setting or they've kind of lucked into a very clever setting, because the setting is insane, and ultimately it's giving us a reason to print and paint these sort of models, because this model fits straight into the setting. Because it's the setting is basically an alternative universe, World War One, where 800 years before, a crusade to Jerusalem accidentally opened a portal to hell. And then 800 years later, we get Trench Crusade, which is factions fighting for dominance over the world. Some of them worship hell, and some of them are faithful, like the Trench Pilgrims. They are faithful to mankind and are trying to rid the world of the hellish things. Mysteria make great models. Mysteria makes some insane models which are really good for Trench Crusade as well. Are they just good and evil or more? Define good and evil. There's faith and hell, or church and hell. I think they kind of it's sort of broken up with like church and hell and stuff, but then there's like Sultanate as well, so it's like different factions from all over the world, what they would be like in this universe at this time. It's nuts. It's really, really cool, and it's really, really clever. And then you get some mercenaries that you can use as well. There's a Scripture Guardian. So you get it's a campaign game. So you have a certain number of gold pieces called ducats. You have a certain number of gold pieces to buy your initial warband, and then that can gain experience and expand and get more accessories and get more war gear and stuff. Yeah, it's such a clever setting, and I'm really excited by it all. And also the Sultanate. So all the warbands that are in the game, once you, where are we? There we go. So they've got all the warbands here. So you have to have a heretic priest in your heretic legion. You can have 0 to 1 death commando. Blah 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 blah. This is how you construct your warband. And then at the end there are variants. So there are warband variants. So these are little warband variants. So like for instance, the naval raiding party is a heretic naval raiding party, because this is one that has fleets and they're like raiding the coastlines and things. And then there's one there's one that's Scottish. Where's the Scottish one? Is the Scottish one New Antioch? Hang on. I think the Scottish one is New Antioch, but there's a Scottish. There we go. Warband variant, Kingdom of Albert Assault Detachment. Hailing from the Scottish Highlands, where the church is strong, these men, and a few fierce women, come to New Antioch in search of glory, forgiveness of their sins, as well as dreams of acquiring valuable loot to send back to their island home, but above all to get hands on some devil worshippers. Albert equals Scotland, in case anyone doesn't know. Yeah, Albert and Antioch. There we go. Found it fun. It's just church and then Islam specifically. Does that say French ghosts? Probably. The French. It's probably that faction is probably kind of French based. Is it Joan? No. Who's the? There was one reference. I thought it was Joan of Arc. It's not. There's a reference to somebody. It's the Gaelic name for the country. There we go. Oh, Trench. Yeah, Trench, not French. Yeah, not French ghosts. Trench ghosts. But yes, it could have been because they are pulling. I don't think there's any French stuff in here yet. There's Prussian stuff. Hendy is doing a Prussian army. Electric Vision, how are you doing? Joan of Arc pushed the forces of hell out of Europe. There we go. I knew she was in there somewhere. Potatoes, potatoes. Potatoes, potatoes. Yeah, French pilgrims. I did see one mention of Hebrew knights. French-based. Extend the white flag, then guerrilla warfare the shit out of you. Oh dear, Purpley. Yeah, it's very, very cool. Yeah, I'm printing a lot of warbands for people in the community. So if you do want to kind of pitch in and grab the digitals because it's a little bit cheaper, then I'm going to print some stuff for you. Can the Heritage Troopers be equipped with ranged weapons? Because I can't see anything about ranged weapons on their profile. So let's have a look at that. Where's the Heretic stuff? Heretic stuff I think is at the top. Keep doing this. Here we go. So the Legionnaires can definitely have them, and Legionnaires cost an extra 10. Right, Heritage Troopers can be equipped with any melee weapon, armor, or equipment from the Heritage Legion Armory. So yes, they can. Heritage Troops can have anything from there. The Heavy Antioch is sick. Yeah, I am French, so I'm allowed to say crap. Yes, so the Heritage Troopers could have an automatic rifle if they were. Oh, well, not an automatic rifle because that costs glory points. But they could have a semi-automatic rifle or a bolt-action rifle. But the Heritage Troops you can pay 10 to have half of your Heretic Troopers turn into Heretic Legionnaires, and then you can either give them, so you can have your Heretic Legionnaires have +1 dice to range, so if you want a little bit more reliable shooting, you can give them +1 dice to their range. So yeah, the upgrade cost is a nice thing. Yeah, it's sort of, there's loads of little things like that. And then my favourite one for those of you who weren't here the other day is this one. So this is the Sultanate. The Sultanate warband, where you can have a captain, a Jabarian alchemist, a Sultanate assassin. So you can have assassins, which is really cool, and then like little lions, janissaries, or a brazen bull. But then in the warband variants, you can have the cabal of assassins. So now I can have 3 assassins in one war. 3 assassins in my warband, master assassin, 2 other assassins, and then I can give my assassins infiltrate, +2 movement, and +1 dice on any of its dash actions, so it's really, really quick. I can make it -1 to hit, or like you don't need that one, you don't need secret paths. But then you can give one of them the Bow of Alamut, which is expensive. It's 50. It's 50 ducats. Yeah, tough assassin is cool. But you can give one of them for 50 ducats. You can give him the Bow of Alamut, and this terrifying double-string bow shoots its deadly barbs through both time and space. Its arrows can reach impossible distances and pass through armor by flickering through time. It leaves behind a temporal slipstream that the assassin can travel through in the blink of an eye. Made from wood taken from trees planted in the skulls of ancient assassins in the Garden of Alamut, so that they might absorb mystic powers of their former owners. These bows are some of the greatest treasures of the Old Man of the Mountain, for it is said that only 6 now remain. It's got a 40-inch range! It's got a 40-inch range and it ignores armor and it's got critical. Yeah, it's nuts. The Bow of Halibut. Everything smells fishy. Alamut, not halibut. I'll be honest, some of the aesthetics of the models don't quite do it for me, but my word, you can tell someone went to a lot of effort with the miniature sculpts. Some are incredible. Some of the aesthetics, so some of the models, and well, all of the models really, are a bit static. And some of them, I mean, I hate the Sin Eater. I really don't like the Sin Eater at all. Hey Spike, how you doing? I really don't like the Sin Eater at all. I'm trying to find an alternative sculpt for that. How big is a play field? 40 inches. So you tend to play on a 3-foot or a 4-foot board. So it can basically shoot the it can shoot the board. But you tend to play with a lot of terrain, as most skirmish games do. So, oh my god, we've got a Sexy Science Hannah. Hey, how you doing, Hannah? Hannah, have we got any Sexy Science Hannah breaking news for the HNN? Yeah, I mean, that's that thing. The Shrine of Anchorite is insane. There's some really nice sculpts. I think the best thing that you can say is there are a lot more cool sculpts. There are a lot more good sculpts than there are bad sculpts, but there are very, very few exceptional sculpts. I think that's what I would say, because they are all very staticky, which is fine in of itself. I mean, that's one of my favourite models. The Observer is one of my favourite models, and he's got no dynamic pose about him at all. I just think he's amazing. So yeah, but then it just gives you license to do this. There's so many models out there that you can go, that's perfect, I want to use that, and now I have a reason to print these. Because the last reason.
Serious question, Christopher. The Grail Hound. Is it its belly or is it a testicle?
I think it's its belly. I think it's its stomach. I think it's a distended stomach. Like, so previously, the reason you'd have to print these is maybe kill team, or mostly like 40k. But doing an entire army of these for 40k is nuts. Whereas now you can do like a warband, and you have I don't know. It's just you just have a reason to be able to do it now. Where's the stupid, gross, Grail Hounds? Ugh. This whole faction just makes me go. Bleh! But then I've never really been a Nurgle one. Both is good. Why not both? It's a stomach and a testicle at time. What do you mean? I love the pupper. Murdoch, you like the Grail Hounds? Yeah. We've got 2 people in chat. I don't know whether they're in chat, but we've got 2 people in chat who are going to do Black Grail. Yeah. Animals are better than people. I'm not going to make that joke. That is an unfortunate location for a distended stomach. Is no worse than Nurgle. I know, and I don't really like Nurgle. I've never been a big Nurgle fan. These guys, however, I think these guys are awesome. And that bow, where's the bow? There's the bow. It's a bit small, but that bow's cool. And that's weird. Like the head of the Praetor is just like brilliant. Like, why would a demon have a head? Why would the head not just be like a big spike? It would be Trench Pilgrims or Antioch for me. Nice one, English. I do like the Trench Pilgrims. I need to find a better War Prophet. And I don't like the Castigator sculpt. Everything else is phenomenal. And we've painted an ecclesiastic prisoner. We've been painting one of those on stream this week. Do they have the Holy Hand Grenade? Oh, Sexy Science Hannah. Oh, Sexy Science Hannah. Where is it? Is it in Sultanate or is it in church? There it is. Oh no. Oh, I've lost it. Is it down? I think it's down. There we go. If they have the holy hand grenade, I want one of those. You want 4 holy hand grenades of Antioch? See if I can get a better picture. Hang on. Where's a better picture? Oh, there.
HNN breaking news. Hannah wants all the holy hand grenades.
Here we go. It's on this thread. Where is it? Damn it. Yeah, it's there, look. Somebody's done a zoomed in pic, which is what I was looking for. But yeah, it's there. Holy hand grenade of Antioch. Also, Ari the Grail Hounds, I think they are part mosquitoes, so it's probably some horrific blood sac. Ah! First shalt thou take the holy pin, then shalt thou count to 3. No more, no less. Oh my god. So I'm prepping for this security audit at work, and the auditing company has the word assurance in its name, and it always reminds me of the Crimson Permanent Assurance from Life of Brian. Horrific blood sac sounds like a Finnish death metal band. Oh my god. Brilliant. 3, sir. 3? 3, ma'am. Alright, 3. Yeah. So, yeah, if we get the church weapons, I will print Hannah 3 of those and stick them in the post for her. I don't know. Purpley, has anybody got the church weapons yet? I think somebody's got the hell weapons. I think it's Purpley who's got the hell weapons. I don't think anybody's grabbed the church weapons yet. No, not yet, but I will get them. You're going to get them for Hannah. Are you going to get them for Hannah? How big? So that's the question. How big a hand grenade should I print for Hannah? Does it need to be a... You can print me 3, not 2, and certainly not 5. Certainly not 5. Oh dear. 4. Bigly big. So yeah, anyway, there's the... Let's go. Let's take that back to the correct size. There we go, a little bit larger. So yeah, that's all of this. The only thing... I don't know whether we're going to get all the mercenaries. I'm going to at least get the combat medic and the observer. If we don't get the bundle itself, so the bundle's there. But I also really want to try and get the terrain. So we're going to try. I think I'm going to try and split that with everybody. You need to print it as big as possible. I need to print Hannah 3 holy hand grenades of Antioch as big as possible. If you print me a life-size holy hand grenade, I will paint it and put it in a glass case, lit up in my living room. I don't care if I'm single forever. I think if you had a life-size holy hand grenade of Antioch painted in a glass-lit case in your living room, I don't think you would be single for very long. That seems to be a, oh my god, that's cool kind of thing. Like, you could probably just put that picture on your dating profile and you'd just get all the girls like just charging for you, Hannah. You'd just be like, ah, maybe, hopefully, possibly. HNN breaking news. If you had a holy hand grenade, I would shower you with adulation and gifts until you noticed me. I wish I lived in that world. Yeah, that's a huge green flag. It's a huge green flag. Oh, yeah, this is... Yeah, right, anyway. Hannah, have you seen the Alsatian?
Or they would go, fetches la vache.
Fetches la vache. What does that mean, Purples? Purples, are you flirting with Hannah on stream? Curious how Twitch lady will say that. So yeah, I've got two little puppy dogs. So this is the Alsatian that's got like a stick bomb and a mine and a couple of rolls of something. He's a religious little doggy, so he does have a cross on his back. And then we also have, this is not the only dog we have for Trench Crusade, because we also have Bomb Pug. The Hell faction does like golden calves. The golden calf is
That's what the French in the castle say before flinging a cow at Arthur and County Christopher.
Wait a minute, the first heretics were Knights Templar. Knights Templar were a French order. French are the bad guys. French are the bad guys. See, that's another warband I want to do. I want to do a Knights Templar warband, like Knight Crusader warband. I think that would be cool. Just all melee, all melee. But yeah, we got a bomb pug, little bomb pug. Go away before I taunt you a second time. Before I taunt you a second time. Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries. Yeah, your mother was a hamster. Oh dear. Right, so I need to put some primer on this. But this is the base that I've done for it. What do you think of that base? So obviously we need to put some mud on it. But this is trying to add a little bit more, but it's not just duck boards. So I think that might work. I love this community. This community is amazing. I thought elderberries were just a Monty Python thing until recently. So when I was a tennis coach, Hannah, I used to make elderflower cordial, which is obviously not elderberries, but I used to make elderflower cordial because it helps your throat. She turned me into a newt. Well, I got better. well, we did do the nose and the hat. Oh dear. Oh dear. The coconuts was just. The coconuts was. Yeah, it was just absolutely brilliant. Yeah, because they couldn't afford horses, so it was like, what are we gonna do? But she does have a wart. Oh, yeah, they were going to use oh, what are they called? Oh, what are the horses with the? Yeah. Anyway. Some watery tart. There we go. Right. So let's get some paint on that. Yeah, I think just trying to add a little bit of more detail onto the bases might work. You might kind of get away with it. I need to check that this is dry. Yep, so I can put some mud on that one there. She does have a wart. Very, very good. I like to push the pram a lot. Has everybody seen the Lego version of Camelot? Because if everybody hasn't seen the Lego version of Camelot, I'm going to cheer everybody up today by playing the Lego version of Camelot. You haven't seen it, Hannah? I thought you would have done. Okay, I'm playing that. Give me a second. Let me prime this, and I will play. I will play the Lego version of Camelot. In fact, I'll do it while I'm priming it because it's hilariously brilliant. It's absolutely fantastic. If you're not in chat right now, everybody, make sure you can get to see a screen.
Over the.
Oh dear, is it just that top one? I'm trying to make sure that I've got the right one. Right, let's get properties. There we go. Let's get that to that. So you should be able to hear it now. It will be if I turn it on. There we go. Right. Oh, it's fucking genius. I was wondering how they would do the man in the dungeon. Oh dear. It's excellent. It's excellent. Excellent. I can't remember how old I was when I saw that. It's years old. Absolutely years old. Oh, and he's put joyous. It's fantastic, isn't it? Fantastic. It's like Lego Death Star Canteen. That's really good as well. Lego anything is really cool, but Lego Death Star Canteen is as good as. In fact, let me put that one on as well. We may as well put that one on as well and keep everybody having fun while I'm just painting black. Death Star Canteen. Right, which one is it? I think it's.
But there must have been a Death Star.
It's too good. Oh my god. It's too good. Oh. Where's
Welcome to the Your Only Host Rob, or if you're from Bolivia, hola.
Hola.
Welcome to
Hola. Click on your link.
This season of Mr. Print has everything you need to blow minds, not budgets. And up to 50% off, we...
It's too good. It's too good. Solid reasoning. Solid reasoning. Sexy Science Hannah is like, yep, that is science. That's science, that. This is the same logical reasoning many of my co-workers do. A duck. A duck. Absolutely fantastic. Who are you? Who are you, Wise in the Ways of Science? I'm Arthur, King of the Britons. I'm Arthur, King of the Britons. So there are some. I in no way hold any scientific qualifications, but that was some solid science being thrown down right there. Sexy Science Hannah is not only a scientist by name, she is a sexy scientist by nature. So do not listen to any humble words from Sexy Science Hannah about her scientific qualifications. Dennis, come over here and have a look at this lovely mud. H&M breaking news. Too good. It's too good. I watch a lot of YouTube videos and read books. I am not educated. Hannah drives fancy cars and has dated very pretty people. She's very qualified in many ways of the world. She is. She is. She is very, very. That's one of the benefits of being her friend as well, because you get recommended people. It's like, you might know this person because Sexy Science Hannah does. The Python crew have left a void that hasn't been filled. Miss that human, yes, totally. When he says sexy scientist, are you a scientist that studies the sexy, or are you yourself sexy and a scientist? She is Sexy Science Hannah. Archivists, thank you for the follow, archivists. Now, speaking of witches, we need to find a cool artillery witch model. And think might have found one. Let me show you artillery witch idea. Let me show you artillery witch idea. Where is artillery witch idea? There's artillery witch idea. What do you think about artillery witch idea? Does that work for an artillery witch? And then have like a big bomb above her, above one of her hands, probably over like this hand here, and have like the bomb up here, because I've got the 3D print for a bomb. Oh wait, I got caught up in the Fura. The lingerie model. Zio, that definitely works on artillery witch. Zio, Kieran, I'm glad you approve. Just get Shaggy, Mr. Bombastic. Yeah, I think that works as an artillery witch. And then there is also, this is my Trench Crusade collection. I've also found the Heretic Priest as well. Oh, I didn't put it on the thing. Oh, that's also quite cool. That's also quite cool. I kind of want that. I have no idea what it's going to represent, but I kind of need that. The one on the right should be juggling bombs. That's a good idea. Shit, I can't remember where that was now. It was a mage. It was a mage. I think it was still from Bysterium. Hang on. Did I send it to you, Purples? Purply purple purples, purply purple purples. I either sent it to Purples or Kieran. I sent it to Kieran. Where are you, Kieran? There you are. Did I send it to Kieran? I'm sure I sent it to Kieran. Oh shit, I didn't send it to Kieran either. Where did I put it? I'm sure I sent it to you, dude. I'm sure I sent it to you. I think it was Bysterium. Hang on. There we go. Found it. Witch from Grinning God. That's very much Bene Gesserit. Of course, he picks a version with boobs. Well, of course, Target. That's a Heretic Priest. Check those out, because the Heretic Priest is one of the weakest models in the Kickstarter. Heretic Priest is Have I still got that? No, I haven't. Heretic Priest is that dude. Who's got a really chunky staff and like really weird horns behind his back. So, just use that. Looks very traditional Santa Claus. That's Santa Claus? It's just a bloke with a stick. Yeah, well that's all a Heretic Priest is. Heretic Priest. So so yeah, I think that's going to be Heretic Priest person. And then loads of, I keep kind of picking up loads of like Crusaders for the Crusader idea. That was my attempt at the War Prophet. I just kind of wish there were more of these. Kind of wish he'd sculpted more of them because that's amazing. Looks like a Dark Souls main character. Well, apparently these Ashen Knights, which I like, I think these would look really, really cool as assassins. Apparently these are either Dark Souls or Elden Ring. That's nuts. Here we are, purples. Look at this. I mean, you shouldn't laugh about what it's portraying, but a ghost of unpunished crime. It's a ghost. There we go. It's not an actual person. She is. It's. That makes me miss my ex, Hannah. which ex, Hannah? Or do we not do the unnamed one? Jesus. No, Hannah's ex wasn't Jesus. Right. Is that dry yet? We need to... You did hear from her? Did you hear from her? Did she beg and plead? Please take me back because you're amazing. I can't do without sexy science. I need daily sexy science in my life. In my life, there's been heartache and pain. I don't know if I can take it again. Can't stop now. Trying to fall. Wow. Did you go therapy this, bitch? And who says romance isn't dead? Do to change this lonely life. I wanna know what love is. I just said thank you for offering that, but but what happened can't be repaired. That's it. That's it. Not another word. Boom. Nicely done. Nicely done, Sexy Science Hannah. We're all here to go, yes. Yes, Sexy Science Hannah, that's perfect. Hannah, we're all here to go, yes, that's perfect, and then play you Lego Camelot. We are the Knights of the Round Table. You're indefatigable. She's a sexy scientist. Breaking news on the Hannah News Network. Sexy Science Hannah is awesome. We have the best people in this community. It's amazing. We've got a queen. We've got a queen, an empress, a sexy scientist. Indefatigable. Oh yeah, a sexy scientist who's a baroness. I'm out of tea. I'm out of tea, everybody. Zio, have you any themed ideas for Trench Crusade? You know how I've been going nuts on. Oh, I want to do that. Tomb King. We do have a Tomb King. We do have a Tomb King. We have a Tomb King. We have a Skaven rat dude. Never ends. We're indefatigable. So one thing I need is lots of rifle arms, so that I can do lots of rifle arms. That's a bit mad. I don't know if you're serious about being a Baroness, but in another community I'm in, we have the Lord of Jersey. Wow! Did you just call Spike a rat dude? I did just call a Skaven rat dude. Yeah, Skaven rat dude. Spike is a Skaven rat dude. We also have an Erebus who gets sworn at a lot. We're indefatigable. We've got a Henster who's a strongman. Henster is a strongman. Legit strongman. Does Atlas balls and everything. Yeah, I think the bases. I think the bases will work out all right. You just got to add. You've just got to not put too much duck boards on it. And then actually paint the duck boards reasonably well. On the interweb, she does indeed go by Sexy Santana. That is true. If there's ever any kind of sciencey shit going on, we're always like, Hannah will explain it to us, because she's scientifically intelligent. We're indefatigable. Yeah, they've been over supported, unfortunately. So there's a little bit of pitting going on with these. So when I get the files, or when I print the files again, I'm just going to lower the support diameter, add a little bit more supports on, because 2 0.19 supports are better than 1 0.3 support. They give you more pull pressure, and also they create smaller pits, or non-existent pits. So they've just gone a little bit high on the supports. Unfortunately, despite owning quite a large amount of herb de Provence, I do not control any spice. I bet you're going to be in Dune 3 though. I bet somehow you're in Dune 3, Hannah. Somehow. Or the series. I bet you're in Dune the series, aren't you? You're indefatigable.
Yes, so, this is all true. And, So yeah, so we had empires. In Europe we had empires. Everyone had France and Spain and Britain and Turkey, the Ottoman Empire, full of furniture for some reason. And the Austro-Hungarian Empire, famous for fuck all. Yes, all they did was slowly collapse like a flan in a cupboard. And the German Empire, very organized, always build an empire, eins, zwei, build an empire, very Prussian. And then they'd celebrate with the World War and then lose the whole fucking empire by the end of the war. In the 30s, Hitler, Czechoslovakia, Poland, France, Second World War, Russian front, not a good idea. Hitler never played Risk when he was a kid. Because, you know, playing Risk, you could never hold on to Asia. That Asian, Eastern European area, you could never hold it, could you? 7 extra men at the beginning of every go, but you couldn't fucking hold it. Australasia, that was the one, Australasia. All the purples. Get everyone on Papua New Guinea and just build up and build up. And Hitler ended up in a ditch covered in petrol on fire. So that's
You don't
fun.
need to say the United Parties.
I think that's funny.
Kingdom.
Because he was a mass-murdering fuckhead. And that was his honeymoon as well. Double trouble. Hey. Ava, let's marry. And where shall our honeymoon be? Well, in a ditch, covered in petrol on fire. I've already arranged it upstairs. Oh, how romantic, Adolf. Yes, I thought. Fun. What a bastard. And he was a vegetarian and a painter, so he must have been going, I can't get the fucking trees. Damn, I will kill everyone in the world. And he was a mass-murdering fuckhead, as many important historians have said. And, but the other mass murderers got away with it. Stalin killed many millions, died in his bed. Well done there. Pol Pot killed 1.7 million Cambodians, died under house arrest, age 72. Well done indeed. And the reason we let them get away with it is because they killed their own people. And we're sort of fine with that. Now help yourself, you know. We've been trying to kill you for ages, so you kill your own people. Right on that. Seems to be. Hitler killed people next door. Oh, stupid man. After a couple of years, we won't stand for that, will we? And Pol Pot killed 1.7 million people. We can't even deal with that. I think, you know, we think if somebody kills someone, that's murder, you go to prison. You kill 10 people, you go to Texas, they hit you with a brick, that's what they do. 20 people, you go to a hospital, they look through a small window at you forever. And over that, we can't deal with it, you know? Somebody's killed 100,000 people. We're almost going, well done, well done. You killed 100,000 people? You must get up very early in the morning. I can't even get down the gym. Your diary must look odd. Get up in the morning, death, 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 lunch, death, 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 afternoon tea, death, 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 quick shower. You know, so I suppose we're glad that Pol Pot's under house arrest. You know, 1.7 million people, at least we know where he is. Under house arrest. Just don't go in that fucking house, you know? I know a lot of people who would love to be under house arrest. They bring you your food, you just stay here. All right. No. Have you got any videos? You know, you just sit there. So, and Pol Pot was a history teacher, and Hitler was a vegetarian painter. So, mass murders come from the areas you least expect it. I don't know how the flip comes over, but it happens. So, yeah, so there was a lot of that, and we built up empires. We stole countries. That's what you do. That's how you build an empire. We stole countries with the cunning use of flags. Yeah. Just sail around the world and stick a flag in. I claim India for Britain. And they go, you can't claim us, we live here. 500 million of us. Do you have a flag? We don't need a bloody flag. It's our country, you bastard. No flag, no country. You can't have one. That's the rules that I've just made up. And I'm backing it up with this gun. I just don't think that's happening. So, but you can't do that in Church of England. You can't say, you must have tea and cake with a vicar or you die. You can't have extreme points of view. You know, the Spanish Inquisition wouldn't have worked with the Church of England. Talk, will you talk? But it hurts. Well, loosen it up a bit, will you? Because that's what it would be. Tea and cake or death. Tea and cake or death. Tea and cake or death. Students with beer. Tea and cake or death. Tea and cake or death. Little red cookbook. Little red cookbook. You know, because cake or death, that's a pretty easy question. Anyone can answer that. Cake or death? Cake, please. Very well. Give him cake. Oh, thanks very much. Very nice. You, cake or death? Cake for me too, please. Very well. Give him cake too. We're gonna run out of cake at this rate. You, cake or death? Death, please. No, cake, sorry. You said death first. Death first. No, I meant cake. Oh, all right. You're lucky I'm Church of England. Cake or death? Cake, please. Well, we're out of cake. We only had 3 bits and we didn't expect such a rush. So what do you want? So my choice is or death? Well, I'll have the chicken then, please. Taste of human, sir. Would you like a white wine? There we go. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to go make a quick cup of tea, and then this will be dry. So this will be dry by then. And then we'll start throwing some paint on it. We're going to try and get the skin done. Well, some colour on the skin, and we got loads of. I don't know whether to do the armour kind of shiny or rusty. Might do the armour rusty and then the gun shiny. But I kind of want to do some of the gun wood because it would just be funny. That's like the most insane gun in the world, or in this world, is wood. I think that'll be fun. Right, back in 2 seconds. I'm going to go make a cuppa. Everybody go make a cuppa if you need one. And I'll be back in 2. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. How we doing? Okay. Do you have a flag? Does people have a flag? Do you have a flag? Yeah, we'll just paint. We'll paint this first. So, I want some Ironbreaker. Do you have a flag? What's everybody doing tonight? What are you all up to tonight? You're a my partner's best friend's birthday. Nice! And then writing a warband, right? Happy birthday to your partner's bestie. That's cool, Kieran. I'm going to write more warband lists, I think. There's football on tonight. So I think I'll settle down and scribble some more. Definitely write a little list. Yeah, pub grub would be nice. I haven't had pub grub for fucking ages, mate. I haven't had Bugman's pub grub either. We do have, Kieran, I did mean to tell you this, we do have all the warbands covered now, so it opens up some cool stuff that you can do if you want to with the pledge stuff. There's a few bundles and terrain and things and the accessories. Yeah, there's so we got all the warbands. I think there's two warband bundles we haven't got yet between us, and then terrain and mercenaries. So, and the terrain is the one I want to try and kind of pick up between us all. So you could, if you wanted, just get a book pledge and then throw some other stuff on top. Kieran, Mr. Legend. Relax a bit with veg, with some YouTubes helping move a new fridge freezer with the piano guy. Lift the piano was a lot on my back, so trying to protect it. Nice one. Yeah, careful with the piano then. Yeah, no, don't congrats us. Congrats Trench Crusade. And their cool bit of third party, being involved with a third party was a nice little nod as well. That was really cool. That was classy. I'll put it as classy. I think that was really cool what they did with that. Right, so this is going to take 2 coats because we're trying to keep this really thin so we don't get it too thick. Yeah, totally do. So yeah, I just thought I'd tell you because it opens up some more interesting things for you if you were so interested. Because technically you've got everything now, mate. Well. Most bits at least. Yeah, 1.4. Do you think it'll get to? Do you think it'll get to 2? Because what's it at now? 1.4,040,167 pounds. And it's still got. I think it'll get to 2. I do think it'll get to £2 million, which is for like an independent war game with very little overhead costs. Insane. That's made Tumas and Co. Awesome. Oh, definitely hit 1.5. Yeah, they've got. I mean, this is where it gets silly because you start forgetting. But they've got 60,000 to go to 1.5, which is how much they initially wanted the pledge for. Which is silly. You forget that when you start, like I was saying, when the numbers start getting this big, you start kind of taking them for granted in terms of, oh yeah, they'll do 2 million. It's still 500,000, 560,000 away. But yeah, amazing. Really cool. We'll have to do Trench Crusade at Frofest 2025. Frofest. Yeah, I want to try and get some of the terrain, Kieran, so we can print and just do some quick terrain. And then we don't have to sneak into Warhammer World and play on the commander boards. Eventually it adds up to real money, yeah. Yeah. It's the little golden ray of sunshine for this week's crazy news. It's a little ray of golden sunshine. Careful with your back tonight then, Mr. Mannerings. Mannerings! I've got, so there's a football match on tonight, which I will watch. And then while I'm watching, I will do some sort of Trench Crusade stuff. There's very little. Games Workshop, honestly, they're making it very easy for all this as well, because Games Workshop, nothing is coming out. So there's nothing to kind of hype on or work on. No distractions sort of thing. Like I've got some Lord of the Rings stuff to do for next year. But Trench Crusade's just kind of taken over that hype, so it's fine. It's quite good. So I think they've lucked into a quiet spot with Games Workshop releases as well. You want the Empire to come out, not like it's new. What Empire? What, the Empire? The Trench Crusade Empire? Talk to me. What do you mean? Oh, unless you mean Old World. Do you mean Old World? Yeah, the Old World. Really interested to see what faction comes out next. Right, so we're going to let all that metallic dry. We're not going to start the skin just yet. This is the downside to metallics. Metallics tend to show a little bit of the layer lines on 3D prints. Swashbuckling musketeers. I see your swashbuckling musketeers, and I raise you. I raise you. God damn it. Was that a tank? Holy shit! It's a trench Crusade tank. Oh my god! It's actually a trench Crusade tank. So yeah, I see your. I see. That was completely unintentional. That was. I was trying to see your Empire swashbuckling force, and I raise you when I can get there. I raise you. God damn it! Oh my god! Look how cool this is. And oh god, how far away is it? They're cool, by the way. I raise you trench ghosts. A tank, a bit excessive against guys with cool swords and hats. Hey Sol, how you doing? That is perfect. Isn't it just? Oh my word. Why did we not see this before? That's insanely cool. And that's all the bits as well. So it's all separate bits. The guys in the back is so messed up. I don't even know what they're doing. I don't even want to think what they're doing. That's cool. And this is my favourite kind of tank as well, the Tank Hunter, with the big barrel gun that's kind of low down without the turret. I love these kind of chassis design of tanks. They're fueling something with them. Yeah, I don't know what this is. It's like a side cannon or something, fueling with their brains. That's nuts cool. Right, was there anything in this one that was crazy cool? No, this was all. That's all just things. Was it that one? That was the one with the. Yeah, that's just infantry. Okay, cool. Wow, that's awesome. What a find! Fueling the cannon with their intrusive thoughts. That's a really cool find. I do like this guy. I was wondering about this guy because he's got some people down here. Look, so I was wondering about, rather than printing him at this scale, because he's quite large. Look, he's quite large. Rather than printing him at this scale, shrink him down and print him at this scale, and then have cables hanging off him, and then have him as like a weird heretic priest leader kind of thing, or a castigator or something. But that's a really cool fucked up model. So just have loads of cables hanging off him, shrink him down to the right to an appropriate scale, lose these, and then have him like as a floating brain. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool, I thought anyway. Right, are we dry? Are we dry? I think we should be dry. So let's put another coat on. Definitely put another coat on here. But yeah, we kind of lucked into that cannon, the tank. Totally lucked into that tank. I was not expecting that, because I was going to try and convert a tank. And tank is mainly just for scenery, isn't it? It's not like... I doubt they'll ever have tank rules. Too much of a skirmish game for that, so it's just going to be scenery. Until community writes tank rules. Not something many people say. Oh my god, Kieran, that was badass. Kieran, how pretty one of those tanks. Oh, looking into a tank. Thanks for the tank hunter. You are welcome. Yeah, you gotta have a tank that a tank hunter can shoot at. I can't believe that was just at the end, casually at the end of one of the scrolls. Of cool shit going on. So yeah, football tonight. I'll watch a bit of football while I'm doing some more Trench Crusade Warband ideas. What I might do is I might flick through all the models for the Trench Ghosts and see if I can get like an idea of which 3D prints I need. That might be quite cool. I'll try not to send you too many messages tonight while you're at the pub, Kieran. Did say I'll try though, I can't promise. Be like, oh my god, look what I've just found. Cool thing about that tank, is because it's in bits, we can pull some parts from that and throw it on other tanks. You won't be there too late. There we go. Pretty good. So we're going to kind of figure out what we want to do with the gun, how much of the gun I want to make wood, and how much I want to make metal. Annoying bump. Annoying bump just there on that metal there, which will cut out once the petals have been dried a bit more. New update. Going and going and there. Greetings, Crusaders. We couldn't start this update without once again mentioning thank you for all your support, and when I say support I don't just mean pledges. The amount of encouragement, understanding and just general excitement for what we're trying to do with Trench Crusade is the biggest motivator. Thank you. The team has long conversation this weekend about the success of the Kickstarter. Oh, nice. We've decided to commit our feelings here in text so that everyone can read it at their leisure, auto-translate it into their language, etc. What was Trench Crusade meant to be? Trench Crusade was built from the ground up by Mike, James and Tumas, all whilst working their day jobs. I, Jamie, joined them over the summer, and I'm still the only one who's been full-time on it. We managed to put together a range of over 60 miniatures, full rules, unit profiles, and a campaign system for the campaign. Oh my god, it's so cool. Already a time-consuming and expensive effort, not to mention everything we put into caring for and growing the community, without whom this game wouldn't be what it is today. We expected around 4,000 backers, so maybe 400,000 in pledges. Yes, obviously we had hopes for much more than that, but to us, these were fanciful numbers and not ones we could realistically long-term plan for. All the fees, production and paying back the money we'd invested in the development of the campaign, the original sum we expected was going to leave us with a healthy war chest to continue development of rules and miniatures as we had been doing. Brilliant. Obviously, you obliterated that within mere hours. Yeah, they did. Yeah, we did. Despite having a high funding goal compared to a lot of Kickstarters, it took us under 8 minutes to fund, and it did not stop there. Wow, it's got a high funding goal. $66,000 was a high funding goal. That's cool. In all my years on Kickstarters, I've only seen a few campaigns pull off this kind of growth, and they were never as niche as a skirmish. It is. It's literally. It's a skirmish war game. It's not even a full-scale war game. It's a skirmish war game. Hence our efforts to read just not only campaign-related stretch goals, but also our plans and expectations for the game in the long run. Kickstarted to death. This is really cool. First of all, I'm sure we can all agree that this would make an amazing album named Name if Motley Crue ever makes a comeback. More seriously though, this is something that can happen with very successful campaigns. It's important to remember that the massive cash injections of campaigns like this do not automatically ensure long-term sustainability. Yes, agreed. A knee-jerk reaction of quickly scaling up your output and team size to try and match. Yes, exactly. I'm glad they've said this. Our original goal was to deliver 60 miniatures quickly and efficiently so that all of you could be playing Trench Crusade in a matter of months, not years. Perfect. We intended to follow up these arrival with the book. Brilliant. Delivering on the original promise is still going to be our main focus, and we don't want to do anything to jeopardise that. Perfect. This is really good, guys. This is really good. It was a big decision to make an entire future campaign and fold it into this one. To put this into perspective, that represents around 6 months' work in terms of writing and playtesting alone, not to mention all the other assets tied to it, such as art and miniatures. That's why the delivery for Carcass Front is slated for 2025 at the earliest. That's cool. So that's the next campaign. This isn't to say we won't be growing our organisation in light of this campaign, but it's going to come in a measured and healthy manner. We prefer to manage expectations now, give ourselves some breathing room, and if possible, deliver earlier than expected. Yeah, totally. The problem with things like this is Kickstarter to death, as they say. They could go, oh, this is a real success, we'll put lots of money into it, and then it just kind of falls flat on its head. And then they end up in a worse state, and then the game dies. So kind of doing this is really good. Which leads us into the question of more stretch goals. To be very clear about it, there won't be any more for this campaign. Now that doesn't mean that there won't be a lot of new things coming your way in the future because of this campaign. In the next section you can read about the different things, Zio! The different things we are going to be working on. We asked ourselves if we should just include these as very high funding stretch goals, but we feel that at the best these would seem disingenuous and adding yet more content that we would need to deliver before we could call this campaign done. Exactly. What war bands are you guys getting? We'll get to that in a bit, Zest. I know some of you may be disappointed by this, but you may have you have my word that it will lead to a better game in the long run. Perfect. What is Trench Can? Everything we wanted and so much more. Like I said, folks, this kind of support changes lives. Yeah, totally. I was talking to Tumas about this the other day. He's absolutely, he's just shocked about the whole thing. It's incredible. We're still working on a business plan, but I can tell you now that multiple members of the team will be going full-time on Trench Crusade. There are no words that can aptly describe what this means to us, so we'll keep it as a thank you for now and let our true appreciation show through in all the love and attention we intend to put into this game. Oh, this is so cool. The rest of the year is going to be spent finishing the Kickstarter and the Pledge Manager, getting digital files out on time, as well as troubleshooting any issues or announcements on the Atlas. Oh yeah, we get an Atlas. Yeah, very wise, Zio, very wise. And because like they say up there, it's very easy to go, okay, we'll throw all of this money into getting you all of the stuff as soon as possible and try and kind of almost kickstart it even more, which could end up in just too much growth. On that note, a lot has been happening behind the scenes between us and OG. OG are the company who are printing the miniatures for them. They know how important the situation is and what successfully completing it could mean for the future. So rest assured that we're on it. The lion's share of next year will be committed to the book and the Carcass front in terms of rules and art. Fantastic. New factions and minis, I can see it down here. Don't read ahead. Don't read ahead, Chris. As far as miniatures go, there will be a lot of going on behind the scenes. It's not like we don't turn that off. It's not like we don't have a dozen sub-factions and multiple mercenaries that still need minis. Once we're clear of the book and the Carcass front, though, we have more than enough ideas to keep us going for quite some time. New factions and minis. Rules and scenarios for solo play, as well as for including non-player combatants in your games. Seasonal rules that will introduce new modifications, profile scenarios, and more to keep your games fresh and that evolve to fit the ongoing narrative of this unending war. It's unending. It's unending. Unending. It's just going on and on and on. Match play rules that will rebalance parts of the game for tournament play. Perfect. And future development isn't limited to game content. An app to easily keep track of your warband scenarios and rules. That's cool. Trench Crier. Oh my god, Zio, that's genius. That's really cool. So for those of you who didn't play Mordheim, there was a fan not fanfic, but a fan-fed magazine that Games Workshop used to do for Mordheim called Town Crier, which had a lot of like fan-written rules in it, which was really, really cool. Not to mention that if we let too much loose, he will obliterate the lot of you in a glorious shower of words. Yeah, he is awesome. And I'm not even going to start on the cool stuff with our third-party license program. To be perfectly clear, everything above is still nothing more than a rough concept at this time and listed in no particular order. All I can confirm for now is that none of this is going to start until we've delivered everything listed in this campaign. Don't get ahead of yourselves, just do that and then just let it grow. Perfect. As you may have guessed by now, we take our obligations here very seriously. And that, Crusaders, is all I can say for now. As always, I've tried to be as honest and open as I can without touching on every single subject and making this update even longer than it already is. Once again, thank you for the support. Keep your trigger fingers itchy, your shovels sharpened, and your sacred text of choice to hand. This war ain't ending anytime soon. One thing I really hope that the Trench Crusade team will avoid, like the Black Plague, don't put all the focus on competitive play. I don't think there is any focus on competitive play. I don't think they give a shit about competitive play at all. I don't think this is a competitive thing. I think this is totally different. I don't think that's Tumas's kind of thing. I think Games Workshop is the antithesis of like competitive play games and trying to balance around that. Whereas I don't think these guys are gonna have that as a focus at all. Have to go. Have a look. See you later, Zio. Say hey to your lovely partner for me. Have a good one, dude, and I will text you. I'll text you when I finish stream. I've probably got another half an hour, and then I'm going to go and make some food and watch some football. Wow, and yeah, have a think. Hang on, where are we? What's happened here? Have a think. Yeah, you can have a think about how you want to back it now, Kieran. Brill. Right, what war bands was it? Zest. What war bands? Hey, Sinister, how you doing? So between us, Zest, we've got all the war bands, all the digital files for all the war bands. There's a couple of bundles that we still need to pick up, and I want to pick up the terrain as well. But I have mental plans for a Sultanate warband, a couple of court warbands I have in mind, definitely a couple of Trench Pilgrim warbands in mind. When I say a couple, I mean like one like Trench Pilgrim and then one like thematic, like a narrative difference. A number of new Antioch ones, and at least a couple of Heretic Legion ones, and probably one that I'm going to kind of write myself. And then I'll probably send that. Once I've written it, I'll probably send that into Tumas. You're going to go new Antioch and Heretic. Nice. I'm not interested in doing the Black Grail. And never say never, but I'm not interested in doing the Black Veil. There's plenty of other people in the community who are going to, though. Yeah, proper cool. Properly awesome. And I've just been printing out all the dogs for little presents for my community, for all the guys in Discord who have been joining in. So we've got all the little Alsatians all printed out, ready for you guys. So Hendy, Purpley Spark, Zio, Kieran in chat, Cleggs, who else is in there? One Stop Wargaming, and there's Boompug. There is indeed Boompug. I always forget about Boompug because he's so small. It's a pug in a bomb. There's a bomb on a pug. It's a bomb on a pug. Hey, Hyper, how you doing? It's a bomb on a pug. It's a depth charge, technically, isn't it? It's a miniature depth charge on a pug. Yeah, it's brilliant. Right, so that looks like it is dry again, so I'm going to put another coat on certain areas, just to make sure that we are completely covered, and then we can glaze some rust, glaze some highlights, glaze some shadows, glaze some everything all over this. We also need to where's the knife? There's the knife. We also need to cut this. Cut that off. And then get that covered up again. you go. Looks like a marine mine on his back. Yeah, marine mine. Not that space pilgrims are a thing in Trench Crusade, of course. Space pilgrims. Damn, that's smooth. Happy Brain, how are you? Yeah, how are you, dude? This is a human which has been injected with the blood and parts of a Metachrist, and hence it is much larger than a regular human. Because, like, whatever. Of course. Because of course. Right. So we got all of we got all the silver.
And what the frack is a Metachrist?
I don't know.
Semicolon closing parenthesis.
I've not actually read that bit, Purpley. I keep coming across Metachrist, but I haven't got to that section. I should probably search Metachrist in the lore document and find out what the fuck they're talking about. You're really in love with painting? Nice one, Hyperbrain. Everybody's early in their journey, dude. Even me. I'm still learning. This is a very different style of painting than I usually do as well. So I'm trying to keep all this Trench Crusade stuff really free and quick, and not trying to hyperfixate on details. What is the setting and why has it gone mental? It's gone mental because it's genius and it's written by a really famous ex-Games Workshop rules designer. And the setting, imagine in your head in 1099 a group of crusaders went to Jerusalem to clear some heretical Satan worshippers, and they were very, very successful. Really, really successful. But then they accidentally found some satanic devices, which they poked and prodded, and opened up a hole, a portal to hell, and and released all manner of hellish demons into the world. That was in 1099. Fast forward 900 years-ish into 1914, and you are now in the First World War with factions of humanity fighting for and against Satan. Basically, it's nuts. It's really, really good. Why has it gone mental? Because it's a really clever little game. It's a very small game. It's written by the guy who wrote Mordheim and Warhammer Fantasy 6th Edition. And it's just really honest, I think. And I think it's one of those games which has quietly had some really strong backing, and has now found a bit of momentum, and it now has. It's only 10,000 people, but it's found 10,000 people who have backed it, and it's now at £1.5 million, and they wanted 50 grand initially. So it's gone nuts. It's gotten really good, and it's a really cool setting, and the models are really cool, as you can see. The models are really twisted. and yeah, it's really cool. And there's a little, we've got a little kind of pledge thing going in Discord for our little community in Discord, where we're trying to get hold of, we're trying to cover all the bases for the whole campaign so that we can get access to all the files so that we can print everything. Each new thing I paint is better than the last. You'll find that forever and ever. Average pledge of 150, yeah. Average pledge of 150 quid. But you can go into it, you can get into it for, what's the cheapest? What's gone wrong here? Am I not logged in? No, I am logged in. Why have I not got the... there we go. 45, so it's $45 for the basic entry, which is the rulebook. But then for $67 you can have a rulebook and a digital warband. Oh yes, sorry, yeah, and my mate Gav has written a book for it, and Andy Chambers has also written a book for it, or a story for it, and John Blanche has done the artwork for it, and Graham McNeil. So yeah, yeah, it's really cool. So you end up with weird shit like this. Just end up with weird shit like this. Nice one, Zest. Yeah, the terrain. I really want to kind of pick the terrain up. I think the terrain would be really useful because you can get trench terrain, but the trench terrain that they've done, you can obviously merge other stuff into it. But the trench terrain they've done sits in the universe really well and supports the universe. 500% delivered. Yeah, I mean, if you want go grim, go dark, go crazy, this is the absolute epitome of that. This thing is yeah. Just Google chorister and read the lore behind a chorister. I'd probably get demonetized if I read it out on stream. So yeah, it's just really nice. Really nice to see a cool game get really well supported. There's a section in Discord, Soul, if you're interested.
What's hilarious is that it's his own head he has in his hand.
It is his own head that he has in his hand. And the decapitated head sings at you. Yeah, snowy trenches would be amazing, dude. That's a really good idea. Yeah, I'm sure between us all we'll be able to pick up the terrain. There's loads of cool trench warfare table videos, aren't there? There are some really, really cool ones. I want to do like a... I'll definitely do one because we need to play with Kieran and One Stop and Co. I will open that up in a second so that I can watch it later purpley. But I have watched a fair few recently. Like I say, the terrain that they make is just that little nudge over across towards their aesthetic, which is really nice. Didn't care whatsoever. Rampant rats. Right, so where does the... That's the barrel there. There we go. So I needed to track the barrel down. Because I want the rest of the rifle to be wood. Because that's just funny. There we go. So we're going to make the we'll make the
What is your lunch?
oh yeah, that's the one I've watched. Purple's the Eric's Hobby Workshop. We'll make the shells copper, I think. We'll do the shells copper. I will watch it again. I will rewind it and watch it from part 1. That can be something I can do tonight when I'm writing other stuff again. Yeah, Eric's stuff is pretty good. I don't need to do that really because I've got the skin to paint first. In fact, let's imagine that. No, let's not. Actually, let's not. Good. Hey Jem, how you doing? I'm just finishing up, Jem. Unfortunately, but we'll be live tomorrow. Will we be live tomorrow? Yeah, I'll probably be live tomorrow for a little bit. Before movie night. You're indefatigable. There we go. So all this is going to be wood. Mainly just because I think wood. I think it being wood is really funny. Same with my thunder hammer that's got the wooden handle. Just think that's really funny. How's your day, Jem? I'm thinking of it as like an AA rifle. Like a World War One. Wooden rifle that just happens to fire tank killing rounds. Do slides for student how to resolve conflict. Kind of shot myself in my foot. Brilliant. Right. There we go, everybody. I am going to go make some food. I'm going to do sausages and mashed potato today. Sausages and mashed potato. Rules and scenarios for solo play. Yes. Yep. I saw that. So you can fight against like set NPCs. I think that'd be really good. The Trench Crier. Did you miss me reading through it all, Purples? There we go. Right. The skin. I'm going to do the skin like pallid witch flesh or something. And then really play around with like purples and yellows and pinks and bruising and everything and really kind of get it all looking gross. And I'll probably make her legs skin coloured. I think that makes some sense. Cool. Right. I was in a meeting. Oh no! Yeah, it's really good. It's a really good update, Purples. It's a really good update. Right, I am going to find somebody to pass you over to. All you little bits of legends. See if anybody's actually here, which looks like not. It's Cryo again. There's only Cryo. God, we don't do very well with raids, do we? Yes. Glorious shower of words. He totally will. Right. See you later, everybody. See you all tomorrow. I'll be on a little bit earlier tomorrow, a little bit later tomorrow because I've got to go into town tomorrow. So I'll be on a little bit later, and we'll probably do some more Trench Crusade, no doubt. I'm going to try and do Trench Crusade until like Sunday, and then we can gather all the STLs and everything. And then next week I'll probably be printing all your warbands for you all, which will be really, really good. Right, take care, everybody. See you later.